Hey you all, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. Today I have for you all another What's for Dinner, and on this night I'm having hamburger steaks and baked sweet potatoes, but I'm actually doing the sweet potatoes in the pressure cooker. So what I've done is I've just washed these off, and now I'm poking holes in them with a knife. I'm just going to poke several holes in them, and then I will get them into the pressure cooker. I have added in 1 cup of water into the bottom of the pressure cooker, and you want to make sure that you have a rack for it to put them on. And I'm just going to spray them with some olive oil. You don't have to do this. I don't know, I always do this when I do it, but it's not a have to. And I'm just going to put the lid on and close the little valve thing up there, and then I'm going to adjust the pressure all the way up to 70, and then I'm just going to let it cook for the 25 minutes, I think it is. Yep. And then let it steam release naturally. Now that I've got the potatoes going, I'm going to go ahead and start patting out the hamburger steaks, and I'm not mixing anything in them or anything. I have went through trial and error trying to find a good hamburger steak recipe, and this is the one that we decided that we liked the best. So I'm just patting out some plain hamburger meat, and then you'll see how I do the rest here in just a minute. I don't know how to say this, so I'm not even going to try because I know I'm going to mess it up, but that sauce right there, I'm going to add a lot of it into the bottom of this pan. You just want to have plenty. I didn't really measure how much, I just dumped it in there, but you want to make sure you got quite a bit, and then I'm just going to lay the patties down in that. Now I'm going to salt and pepper. You can salt and pepper to taste however much you want. And now I have sliced up an onion, and I'm just going to place the onions right on top. The potatoes are done now, and like I said, I let the steam naturally release, and now I'm just going to check and make sure they're done. And as you can tell, that knife pokes through them so easily. This was a lot quicker than when I baked them in the oven. This is the way I'm going to start doing them from now on. So I'm gonna heat up this bag of green beans. This is a steamable bag that I got at Food City. Now I'm taking a roast and I'm going to make barbecue sandwiches out of it. So I'm gonna add in 4 cups of water, and then I'm going to season it. I'm going to season it pretty heavy because this is a deer roast and I just want to make sure that there's no wild taste in it. So I'm just going to season it really heavy the first time, and then I will dump this water off. And I have let it set overnight in the fridge in some very, very salty water. And by seasoning it heavy and the salt water, you can't even tell if this is deer. It tastes just like a beef roast. I just released the pressure naturally, and now I'm going to dump this water off. I used the stew setting 2 times, and then I ran the pressure all the way up to 70 and did that 2 times, and this was very tender. And now I'm going to season again. I just use celery salt, garlic powder, and onion powder, and I do not measure, I just put it in there. But this took about 3 hours to cook, and like I said, I just did it on stew twice and then pressure adjust 2 times with the pressure ran all the way up to 70, and that is it. Now that the roast is done, I'm just going to take the mixer and shred it up real quick. You will need 2 bottles of barbecue sauce. I thought I was going to get by with 1, but I had to end up adding another. And I just using this Famous Dave's barbecue sauce. This is our favorite barbecue sauce. And I also put this on the stove and let it simmer for a few minutes, but I forgot to show that. And the reason why I didn't put it back in the pressure cooker is because I found that it makes the barbecue sauce turn very liquidy, and we just don't like it like that. To go with the barbecue sandwiches, I made some coleslaw. I'm just using this Southern slaw mix and some white vinegar, salad dressing, and some mayonnaise, and a 1/3 cup of sugar. Once it was done, I decided that I wanted to reheat a sweet potato from the night before, and this is what I had. For this creamy chicken recipe, you're going to take 2 chicken breasts and slice them in half, and then I'm just seasoning them with salt and pepper and some garlic powder. Now I'm just going to dip them into this flour mixture, and you're going to add in some Parmesan cheese as well, but I forgot to put it in there, and I will have this recipe down in the description box below, because when I wrote this down, I don't know what I did, but I messed up when I was writing it down. But this meal did end up turning out just fine, and it was really good, but I will have that link down in the description box. I am using a thermometer to check the temperature of the chicken, and I want it to be at least 165. And as you can tell, I poked the chicken in a few different places just to make sure that it's done all the way through. Now I'm adding in 1 tablespoon of butter, and I'm just going to let that melt, and then I'm going to add in an onion that I've chopped up, and I'm just going to saute the onions. And now I'm adding in about a tablespoon of garlic. Now I'm just adding the chicken back in, and I'm going to let this simmer and let that sauce thicken up.